What is up, Glammies? It's your girl Morgan, aka More is Too Much, and welcome back to All the More Glam TV. I know it has been a while, y'all, and I really wanted to be able to give you all this story time a whole lot sooner than I am, but literally every single time I thought about it, just everything in association with has literally drained the life out of me. Like, the thought of it, it disturbs my whole energy, it disturbs my whole aura. And it's just like, I really wanted to tell y'all, but it was just like, dang, I also really just wanted to give myself the grace to get through it, because baby, it was a lot. So let me lead with, I already had some personal stuff going on that I'm not necessarily ready to talk to you guys about, maybe later, but I was really looking forward to this trip. So obviously y'all know by the title of this video, this is part one at least. I think it's gonna be 2 parts because it really just depends on how far I get. But I was just really looking forward to this trip to Cancun. It was my first time being booked for a trip as a makeup artist for international travels. So I was really excited about that. I was looking forward to it. I'm like, especially with everything that I had going on, I'm like, girl, yes, take a flight. Like, I'm staying at a 5-star resort, all expenses paid. I've gotten my money up front. I have more appointments booked even for when I get there, so I'm gonna be making money while I'm there. I'm getting a passport stamp. Like, I didn't really see, everything seemed good initially. So I was booked for a birthday party. It was her birthday trip and she wanted a makeup artist. So she booked me and she said she wanted a consultation. Now I don't typically do consultations unless it's for brides, because I understand that. But for standard glam, like anywhere between natural, soft, or more glam beats, I don't do consultations. You're gonna come here, you're gonna get your makeup done, you're gonna love it, or you're not. So when she said that, I told her basically that I only do consultations for brides. So I'm not really sure like what she was looking for, because anytime I go into a product and the product is applied to a client, that is a service and I need to be paid. So anyway, we reached our conclusion on that after and I just thought that was kind of awkward because I never had that type of question before. But also I was like, I've never been booked for an international birthday trip, so maybe people do consultations with their makeup artist prior to, especially because she had never personally received any work from me, but she was referred to me by one of her good friends whose makeup I've done a few times, and she loves it. Anytime she's in the city, and she's actually now moved here, she hits me up to get her makeup done. And so I sent her my Instagram, I sent her my business links, I sent her a whole slew of pictures of my work so she could have some reference, and she agreed. We hashed out the whole thing with the consultation phase. She didn't even get it, which was fine with me. So I mean, that was neither here nor there. But I'm just happy as the time is coming that I have a trip coming up. Like, I'm gonna get paid and I'm gonna get to like vacay, catch some sun, like really just leave everything that I had going on at home, leave it at home. Was looking forward to it. And this is also, mind you guys, this is my first time traveling alone internationally. I never traveled before. First of all, I never flown before by myself per se. I was always with someone, but I had never been afraid to fly. But I was realizing, like, once I got to the airport and stuff like that, it was sinking in, like, girl, this is your first time traveling flight by yourself, let alone this is your first time traveling internationally by yourself. Now granted, I had people, you know, waiting for me upon arrival, but it was just navigating through everything and making sure everything that was, you know, it just kind of settled in, and that was my first time doing it by myself. Gratefully, when I landed in Cancun, I was navigating through the airport. They were mad aggressive when I was leaving out the airport. Like, they were like, taxi, and if you didn't need a taxi, then they didn't care to help you. Like, they would just brush you off, like, were very rude and just, you know, not interested in helping you. So I had to walk quite a distance actually before I could get to the shuttle for the resort that we were staying at. So we were staying at this resort. The resort's name was called Moon Palace. It was, like I said, it was all inclusive. They had a golf course, they had a spa on the grounds, direct access to the beach, unlimited food, drinks. And then they had 2 other resorts that you could go and spend the day at, and those resorts were grand. Like, upon arrival, I was just blown away. Everything was so beautiful. Like, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was like, upon arrival, it was just giving everything I needed vacay to give. So when we get to the resort, I meet the daughter who I'm staying with, and we're roomies, and we vibe off that. Everything was cool. Now, y'all, mind you, I had an early flight. I was at the airport at like 7 a.m. So I get to the hotel 10:30, no later than 11. It was only like a 2-hour flight. And the only hiccup that I had was if I got there at like 11-ish, I didn't get into the room until 3. So I wasn't able to have access to my luggage in that time. But I mean, they did bring me drinks, so I'm just getting that rolling. Then we went to the buffet and we ate and just kind of sat around. It didn't seem like it took the full time. It very well could have, but by the time I had started drinking and, you know, was just vibing with everyone, I met the whole group, and it was a whole group, y'all. It was like a group of 20-something people. Apparently it was supposed to be like 50 people. Mind you, I don't know. The people who have referred me have not arrived yet, so I am just kind of meeting everyone. I don't even know the birthday girl yet. I haven't even seen her, like, been introduced to her prior to stepping foot on Mexican soil. So I'm literally with a group of people who I don't know technically until my people get here. So I'm just kind of like trying to read the room, trying to pick up the vibes and the energy of people. Some people I'm feeling, some people I'm not, but you know, it's like I'm here for work first and foremost, so it's not about me, and I'm here to focus on my client. So I didn't really too much care about anything else. So by the time we got situated in the room, so of course you all can imagine the resort was huge, so we had to get around on golf carts. This is one of the routes that we took to get to our room, and like I said, or will say, somewhere in this story time, we had direct access to the beach. And now I'm about to show you guys how we get into the room. Here's our room. Hi. Watch this. Ew. Wristband. Oh, look at us. Check us out. Okay, y'all. 2 beds, bath, complimentary wine, balcony with a hammock. Don't play with us. This way is the bathroom. This is our sink area, and then you come in, toilet, but baby, you can sit it down in the shower and relax after a long day of soaking up the sun. Oh, what? Oh, it's stop. A good cocktail is being made tonight, y'all. Yeah, you're the best. Thank you. We're heading out to the pool, and we're meeting the rest of the people, some of which had already been there for days, and we're vibing out. Now, this first day was like a really cool day. Like, it was a really cool day. All right, y'all, so after a quick outfit change, y'all see us, it's time to go catch some sun rays. Yes. I went to the pool, I chilled out for a little bit. I was trying to make sure, one thing about it, when you're traveling for work, I just, as much as I want to relax, and they kept reiterating to me, like, have fun, we want you to have fun with us, we want you to come out with us, like, come do stuff with us. But I'm in my work mode too, so it's just like, for people who may need to get their makeup done, like, I just have things that I have to do for myself, for my business, you know, to make sure that I'm able to best service everyone else while I'm here, because that's what I'm being paid to do. And make sure I take care of you all first, and then I'll take care of myself last. And if I'm able to join, great. If I'm not, don't worry about me. It's really not that deep for me. So the next day, let me rewind. let me take it back. Actually, that night we were supposed to go to dinner, and I took a little bit longer to get dressed. I wanted to see what I need to do for the birthday girl. Like, I didn't want to start getting ready in my process, because baby, when I'm getting me together, I'm gonna take my time and I'm not gonna be rushed. But I didn't want to make it about me again on this trip, because it's someone else's birthday. I need to be prioritizing them. So I was just kind of waiting around to see whether or not my client was going to come and get her makeup done. She was supposed to be getting her makeup done every day, the day that I was there, including like touch-ups, or if I had to redo it, whatever the case was. So I'm waiting around. And her daughter finally comes and is like, yeah, she's not going to get her makeup done. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to get dressed. She's like, yeah, but come meet us at dinner. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm going to get dressed and come to dinner. Y'all, by the time I get dressed, like, I'm trying to locate everyone, right? So we have WhatsApp, and then there's this giant group chat that everyone is in. So everyone is supposed to be at dinner. I have the understanding that everyone is already at dinner. So I just need to come. I need to know where the restaurant is, and I need to just get there. I write in the group chat and ask everyone, where is the dinner? Like, where are you guys so I can come? Y'all, would you believe in a group of 20-something people, no one responded to me about where dinner was? Now, this resort is huge. I've never been here before, but no one is responding. So I'm like kind of feeling a type of way, because like I said, I already picked up some vibes earlier, but I wasn't trying to read too deep. But I just know in a group of 20-something people, no one wanted to respond at all, like, or even just drop a name, drop a dot, a hint, a symbol, anything. Like, no one gave me nothing. So I ended up going and just doing my own thing. I ran into some other people and got some drinks with them while I was at the bar talking to them. And then after a while, I went back to the room and I just decided to lay it down. So roomie comes in and she was like, whatever happened to you? Like, why weren't you at dinner? And I'm just like, I asked the whole community where dinner was and nobody responded, so I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of did my own thing and then came back to the room because I didn't know what else to do. She was like, oh, well, you look real cute, I saw your Instagram. Did you? So you saw I was out and about, I was around the resort, but you ain't asked where I was or want to know where I was or ask me what I was doing or who I was with or nothing, because I was not with none of y'all, obviously. But you saw my story. Okay, so I was just like, whatever, shook that off. Okay, so it's the next day. We're supposed to go to spend the day at another one of the resorts, like the biggest resort of the three at Moon Palace. So I'm thinking we're gonna have the day to like relax and like kick back and just really soak up some sun, like have casual lazy vacay vibes, poolside bar, like poolside service, like you can have the food, you know. I'm just thinking it's really gonna have that. The water park isn't far, like, or you could go do the jet skis. I'm thinking we're just going to have a day, because mind you, if I haven't already told y'all, there was a full itinerary for us to follow. So I had ordered and packed clothes and, you know, booked appointments according to this itinerary. That was my expectation for the day. It was just like whatever you want to do type of day, and then we meet back up for the festivities of the evening. Y'all, when I tell you all, I was so unenthused. As beautiful as everything was, it was nothing like what I was expecting. We literally spent the day trying to be sold on purchasing some sort of timeshare or property out there, becoming some type of a member, to which it would benefit the group that we were here with, because they were already members and they would get some points and extra free nights or whatever the case was. And I was so blown, because I'm just like, one, I don't have to be here and did not have to be a part of this day, especially if I knew this was going to be the nature of the day. And I was just like, just so unimpressed. And then the energy amongst the people was starting to turn, and I just, because I don't know everything, I'm just peeping and I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm just like, this energy is very interesting, yo. It's like a lot of unspoken tension going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here to do makeup. Like, I'm just here to do y'all makeup. Like, I'm not here, I don't know what this is or where this is coming from, but like, I literally started to feel the energy turn. So by the time we wrap up this extended tour, my client was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm finna go get my makeup done. I'm gonna let them finish that up. Like, they wasted my day. I'm irritated. And it's just like, I didn't want to say nothing because, I mean, she was saying everything. So it's just like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna beat your face. You're gonna have a great night. It's gonna be amazing vibes. So the day took so long. It was literally like almost, this whole trip was like almost no point of the itinerary, because nothing went according to plan. Nothing went the way it was supposed to go. Nothing kept its time. Nothing. Not even my appointments, which we'll get to, because that was really a big thing for me. So now it's time for us to get ready for the pool party. So by the time the pool party is here, everyone that's supposed to be here for the trip totally is now here. My client that referred me to the birthday girl, she's here. I was so happy to see her, because it was just like finally a familiar face, some familiar energy, someone who could put me down on like everything that is going on. We're going back to the room and we're about to go get dressed, and I'm looking forward to talking to my friend while I'm getting my clients together for the pool party. So everyone comes back to our room, because mind you, I told you I was sharing a room with my with the birthday girl's daughter. I had my makeup set in there. Come to the room, like, I'm about to get everybody dressed. It's gonna be a great time. Y'all, while I'm doing the birthday girl's makeup, her and my client who referred me, they have this very heated, uncomfortable conversation about something that occurred prior to us even getting to Cancun, an incident that happened prior to the trip that kind of left some distaste in their relationship. I don't feel like this was the perfect time to bring it up, especially like if it's a very private matter and y'all don't know, well, you know, no one in this room really knows me like that. I don't give messy vibes, but also I just feel like some things really need to be handled in private, and that was the conversation that really should have been held in private. But she was lit off the liquor, y'all, and like she wanted to speak her truth, and it just got extremely tense in the room. It was so much tension, and it just continued to escalate and escalate and escalate and escalate. It got really bad. Like, it just got to the point where I just kind of felt the need to say something. I'm just like, you know, maybe we should put a pin in this and revisit it, because, you know, you want to make sure that you all are still able to enjoy each other on vacation. We don't want this energy to spread throughout the rest of the group. Like, we don't even need them to know that anything of this sort is going on between y'all. We'll handle it at a later time. Or yes, like, everything's cool. Like, we can agree to disagree in this moment. Like, just trying to mediate, because one, the lady is so hype, I can't even do my job for real, because like she is just adamant about expressing, and y'all, she's lit. You know how people can be, or you can imagine how people can be when they're really trying to press an issue while intoxicated and feeling very passionate about it, and you're trying to do a service. Like, so I'm starting to get irritated, trying to defuse so we can get past. We get to the pool party, y'all. The energy, just the energy. I cannot speak heavily enough on the energy. It was just like piss poor. Like, and by this time it's super dark. The sun is gone. It's a little chilly. And just no one is really engaging. No one's lit. I think that it was just like that incident alone was one thing, and then like I said, there were some other things going on amongst some other individuals that I had yet to be made aware of. So I'm just like, you know, I stayed, I took a few pictures, and then after that I left. Like I just did not want to be in the midst of that. I don't want to be a part of anything negative. I really don't. Like, I want to try my absolute best to enjoy these few days that I'm here. Like, I already had one day where I really didn't get to do the service that I came to do, and then just kind of wasted the day, the second day, and like kind of got pressed for time for us to really be able to enjoy the later festivities like we wanted to. Child. So here we are going into the third day. I had met my friend, and I'm gonna call her Jazzy. I met Jazzy and we went to breakfast the next day, and we were just kind of talking and discussing everything that went over, and she was asking me, do I think she was wrong? And I was just like, trying to remain as neutral as possible, but without letting her while letting her know I understood where she was coming from. But I just feel like that the other person was not in a place to really receive it, right? So she proceeds to tell me the details of what happened before. So now I'm just kind of getting to see this person through another pair of eyes. And again, I didn't have any eyes to read them from for real to begin with anyway, because I didn't know you from a can of paint aside from this person referring me to you or referring you to me, or however you want to look at that. The next day, itinerary said we were supposed to have brunch. I don't even know if brunch was a thing. Like, this was my issue. I never experienced a group trip where the whole group at no point on the trip was together at all. Fast forward, you guys, I already had a little distaste in my mouth from the incident that had happened in my room. Later in the day, we decided to go out on the strip. It was so good to get off the resort, because I just felt like we needed a breath of fresh air, just something else to do, somewhere else to be, a change of scenery, and just let loose and have fun and enjoy ourselves. So we went to this club on the strip. It was really fun. We had kind of made our own little section, but it was really hot. Your girl had her fan. I'm the only one there with a fan. I came prepared, okay? So we're dancing or whatever. I cussed the little Mexican man out because he got a little too fresh and tried to grab my ass. Like, sir, please, Pablo, this is absolutely not that. Ew. So there was a guy there. So I think he picked up on some energy too, and I gotta tell y'all about that as well, like, because everything is going to make sense. Everything is going to come together, I promise you. So we're at the club or whatever. Mind you, we didn't even leave the resort until like 11 going on 12. And so we're trying to figure out what time are we going to go back. Now, mind you, I'm here to work, so I'm not trying to be sloppy drunk or exhausted or anything like that. I need to be able to function and service my clients. So I'm like, well, it's 11. I'm trying to be back like 1:30. These people talking about 3, 4, 5. I'm just like, oh, I will stay on the, I will just ride. I will just go right back right now. Like, I'm not. And I didn't want to be out like that anyway. Like, I was not trying to be out like that anyway. I was just trying to be a good sport because they kept asking me to be a part. They were, you know, asking me to be a part. So I just didn't want to keep saying no. But I also ain't trying to be out that late. I got work to do. Child, some people end up leaving the club and some people stay. Like, so while we're trying to figure out who's going to do what, I'm just like out there. I'm like, yep, I'm ready to go. I don't care how much it's going to cost for me to go. I'm ready to go. It's time to go. So we left, and like 30 minutes later, you guys, we get a call. There has been a fight at the very bar that we just left with the very people that we just left from. I'm talking about a real physical altercation. I still don't have the full details of it, but someone tried to leave without paying the tab, or they miscalculated the tab, and they done slammed one girl to the ground. Someone else done snatched her bag. Like, it's a real brawl. My homegirl Jazzy is calling me and telling me, you know, she's trying to figure out what's going on. She's frantic. I'm trying to calm her down. Like, we're trying to figure out where everyone is, because, like, again, I said, no one has been together at all at any point in the whole trip, the whole group. Like, not collectively as a total, no one has been together. So she's frantic because she's in, you know, she referred me here as her makeup artist. Her daughter is here celebrating her birthday, and then she also invited her cousin, and then he invited his friends. So it's just like 5 of us that are probably more connected than the rest. So they were kind of like the bulk of who was attacked, and the rest of the group was nowhere to be found. And then when they did get back together, when we all got back together, they were kind of being, well, not even kind of, because they ended up having to pay like $400 at the club that was not even the accurate tab at all. The guy friend of my client, Jazzy, paid for it, and not the people who we were actually here for. And then these same people thought it was cute to make fun at or pick at how they ran out on a tab, and oh, I didn't have to pay. And like, I don't like that type of shit. I think that is very distasteful. I think that is very tacky. I think that is very broke behavior, especially to be pulling in another country, to be doing where they literally have militia and people in full on like combat outfits, like ready for war, like real shit, like, and there's already a language barrier, and they're clearly aggressive. Like, you don't want to be, you should not be out here playing with people's lives, nor should you be playing with the safety of the entire group. Like, because that could have, what if it got back to the resort and now everyone is being, you know what I'm saying? It just could have been it just could have really gotten ugly, on top of everything that had already happened the night before, y'all. Like, I think this is just the thing that sent Jazzy over the edge, because she blocked everybody. She blocked the whole entire group, and I was the only person that she was talking to. And I mean, I understand, because your family and your friends have been put in jeopardy, their safety has been compromised, like, and you just feel just disrespected and embarrassed for how you're being treated and how your people are being treated on this trip, and for even bringing me into this mess. But I didn't hold it against her. You know, she really felt like she was putting me in a position to make money. I thought I was here to make some money. I didn't think it was gonna be all this drama with people fighting and running out on checks and like just not being considerate of one another's time, or just being disrespectful and not really just knowing how to treat people or communicate with people because they're intoxicated. Like, it was just really extremely overwhelming for me, because the tensions continue to run high. So like, I'm ready to go at this point. But one of Jazzy's cousins was like, you know, like, let's go take a walk, like, let's just go chill, let's go vibe. Like, when we got in the pool, whatever, we just kicked it, like, and I hadn't had time to do nothing. I didn't have the time to do anything, because I was literally putting myself on standby. I just wanted to be prepared in case anyone wanted to get their service. I mean, I've already gotten all these deposits. I'm just trying to figure out who's gonna need what and when. But it was just going so slow, you guys, and I just felt like, wow, like, I'm literally just sitting here like a lump on a log. The weather started acting crazy. Like, now my friend unblocked the rest of the group, and I'm still talking to these people because I'm trying to conduct business with these people, and now business is turning personal because they're trying to ask me, have I talked to my friend, have I heard from my friend, have I seen her? And I have, but I don't want to be in the midst of all that. I ain't trying to get into all that. Like, that's a lot. Like, y'all really have a lot going on, and I feel so uncomfortable being in the middle of it, because it's beyond me, and it's just too much. Like, it's just too much. I was just trying to just keep everything as mellow as I could, and it was just not working. It was just not working. So here it is, the last night. I'm trying to get the birthday girl ready, and she is just a raging mess. She is so upset. She feels so violated and betrayed, y'all. Like, she has this whole breakdown, and I'm just sitting there like, I just cannot. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I felt so uncomfortable. So she's not ready to get her makeup done, so I'm trying to get the other ladies together. Now, one of the ladies, like, I thought she kind of was a little, she was one that didn't necessarily give me the greatest vibes. But while, you know, when you get somebody in your chair and when y'all started talking, like, y'all reach some, you get to feel them out. You just let people talk, you're gonna find out what you need to know. So I'm talking to her, and then I learned that her tension isn't necessarily with me per se, but it's again having to do with something else, y'all. When I tell you, it was just so many different piles of drama going on in the trip, and it's just like I'm like trying to dodge that, because it's just like I really thought I left all my drama and bullshit in Atlanta. I ain't come here with my baggage because I didn't want to think about it. I wanted to leave it there and enjoy my trip, and it's just like damn near impossible. It was just a lot. By the time all of that erupted, I didn't want to go to nothing else. I started packing up my stuff. Like I was literally like, I was legit ready to go. I had a early morning Monday flight, and so I just decided that I'm going to leave Sunday night, and I'm just going to wait at the airport, because that is just how fed up it was, you guys. Like, I know the story probably sounds like, oh, it's not really too bad. That part, because it's not my business to really tell, I don't want to get into the technicalities of it, but this shit that I'm about to tell y'all about is my business, and I'm gonna tell it because I don't give a damn. That was so traumatizing.